This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15 to 16. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. I want to give all the praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. And Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world and we calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakah Kodash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Lord willing that they continue to endure and be sincere. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching this word and believing this word. Lord willing that they continue to endure and be sincere in the same spirit. And shalom to the Akwat Yim that are believers of this faith and this truth. Lord willing that you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. You know, was meditating on this verse, hearing brothers go through Isaiah 66, especially, seeing news, brothers going into prophecy, and I couldn't get, these two verses out of my mind. You know, a lot of us want to see or hear somebody teach the good all the time, the good, the happy faces, the hugs, the kisses. And for me myself, I want to hear the bad. I want to hear the worst because we're this is not living on this side. And in order for us to get that living, in order for us to get that rulership, in order for us to get Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai did, to see him in our presence, to see the angels in our presence, to see our brothers and our sisters at peace, order. Sin is not going to be in the midst of us no more. You know, we're going to have to suffer on this side. World War III ain't just going to happen, right? You got levels to this. Of course, we got the MOTB, but you have to know it's going to be levels. Food prices, famine of food, famine of the word, right? All these things of however they're going to consist is going to lead to Jacob's trouble. Within that Jacob trouble is going to lead to these nukes. It's levels. It's levels to this. It's like we're in December right now, and it takes a minute before we get to July, but we're gonna get there. It's gonna take us a minute before all the nukes drop, and Yahweh Shai come, and the whole world see him, and he's just getting the elect. It's gonna take a minute, but we're gonna get there. And you have to prepare your faith. Don't ever just think, "Oh, I'm good. I got this." You have to know every time when we say that we get on the roller coaster, and I always use this example, that roller coaster can drop. As soon as you drop down that hill, your heart still drops. That feeling still drops. A lot of us haven't skydive, go skydive. It's gonna be the same feeling. In that adrenaline rush. You get on the airplane, your heart get that same feeling when it takes off or when it's going down. Or however they ride in the beginning. It's the same feeling. Don't never get it twisted, right? Stop being so prideful and so big headed. These scriptures is not like a myth. This is real. Just because you can't see it right now, but guess what? A lot of y'all can say World War One happened, World War Two happened. You don't think World War Three is gonna happen for the Lord to come? You think everything gonna be peachy and you gonna be able to eat all the good meals you want? No. You don't think that your rulers want total control? Which we're already in a system of control. In other captivities you were in a system of control. They wanna track everything that you do, the money that you spend, you know? But people don't realize these things because they're too blind in their comfortability. Right? You can't be comfortable knowing that the Lord is coming. Because this world ain't telling you a damn thing. People are so upset with the government and the military because they're not telling you. You see it in movies where they don't tell everybody because they know if we tell everybody what's really going on, they gonna panic. If they was to tell you the truth, especially the elites telling you who the true Israelites is, a lot of y'all would still buck up. That's not gonna help anything. But we gotta know that it's the Lord orchestrating these things. So I'm gonna bring out a few precepts, Lord willing, that this is edifying and you take in consideration. The day of the Lord is not peaches and cream; it's terror. And you want to hope that you're of that elect that the Lord is going to be moving and protecting and putting that that wall of protection around you, right? So let me just get this one first. This is Revelations chapter 21, verse 6 to 8, but 8 is the point. It says, "And he said unto me, It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. And he that overcometh shall inherit all things. And I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, and the unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and the idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death." And it's going to be a lot, many Israelites, black, Latino, Hispanics, and natives in America, especially in America and in Israel and other places. But America is where this lake of fire is going to be, and many of us are going to be destroyed by that. Your main goal is to be saved from that and before that. While this is when them nukes is dropping, you want to be saved like how we see in this picture. You want to be a person that's saved over here where no nuke is at. If not, you really playing Russian roulette. You got to look at your children. If you're not trying to pursue Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're leading your kids to a nuke. The Lord is not a respective person. You know, we have to plant this seed in our children and ourselves and the ones that want to hear it. This is why the Lord have, us men teaching his word. Not all men are going to teach this word. Not all men are going to bring 100% truth. Not all men have the same position. Not all men was given the same gift. I have to be thankful that the Lord allowed me to be able to understand the scriptures. I have to be thankful that the Lord have given me brothers, especially that could sharpen my sword. I have to be thankful that the Lord have put brothers and elders in this thing before me, laboring in this thing before me, so that I can be able to order myself the right way, to make sure that I'm teaching these things right and I'm not drifting off making something new, because the Lord didn't make something new just now because you came in His truth. It already been here. Let me just get a side precept just to show you. This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, "I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lies of the truth." When we start to abide in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Rakak Dash will teach you all things. But just like how this verse said, everything that we're being taught, you already knew. You got prideful, "Oh man, I've been knew that, man. I already know." You really didn't. And you could tell somebody really didn't know that because their actions, they're not changing, they're not growing. Their relationship with the Lord is not growing at all. You're not even saying the Lord's name. You're not ordering your house right? Because, this congressman said you can look at a nation by looking at the state of their women. And a lot of us, especially as men, how you carry yourself, how you order your house out is going to show your faith or your motion in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Even you women, you could be single or you can be married. By the ordering of your house, we're going to see your faith, your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, how you move. We're going to see that faith. But this is not a one-day job. This is an everyday thing, because when the Lord brings that fire, you don't want to be a coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Let me try to go to this precept real quick. I believe it's Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That's those nukes, that ICBM, them continent ballistic missiles, right? And that radiation, man. A lot of y'all really like the five with the 5G towers. That's pushing off radiation. Your microwave, radiation. Your phone on the charger is pushing radiation, especially iPhones, radiation. Your TVs, radiation. Right? It's a lot of things that's electrical that's pushing off radiation. You know, this is why we feel a certain way, headaches a certain way, the air a certain way, because we're pushed with a lot of electronical stuff. It was this one video I came across like a few days ago where they said the temperature of radiation is is high around the world because a lot of electronical devices is being used now that they're coming out with AI, robots, and all these other things. That's using a lot of power. You know, a lot of us don't have we don't a lot of us don't have the eyes to see what's going on in a spiritual realm or a digital realm. Like, I want to really describe it in a better way. Like how energy is transferred, you could tell the light is working. But imagine if you was able to have the enhanced power or ability to see the electricity move through wires. You don't get to see it move. You just turn on that light and it's on. But imagine if you could see the powers moving through electricity, through the electrical towers, right? Imagine if you was to see that, how hazard it is walking outside each and every day, right? The chemtrails, right? The gas, the fumes from your car, you know. The how about Shem Shai is gonna melt every element, right? Let me see if I can find that real quick, right? Because a lot of us want to hear all the good things and don't even and not trying to prepare ourselves for the worst to happen. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, starting at verse 9. It says, Yahweh Shema Shai is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of Yahweh Shema Shai will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Right? And that part of that earth is going to be America and Israel. America is going to be totally destroyed. You see three little spots in this picture right here, but it is going to be way worse than what you see in this picture. It's 50 states in the United States. 50 states are going to be destroyed in 60 minutes. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness? All elements, right? Stone, marble, clay, leather, pleather, gold, silver, whatever element, material it will be dissolved. Now you could keep reading, I believe, all the way down to verse 13, going to looking for a new heaven and a new earth. But I'm going to go just show you this Babylon that's in Revelations, the 18th chapter, is really America, right? Because ancient Babylon is still up. So we can't say that this is ancient Babylon or what was talked in Jeremiah or Isaiah when they was talking about fire on Babylon. Babylon didn't get destroyed by fire. It got conquered. And then the Persian Medes took over that land. You have to know a lot of things that Jeremiah or Isaiah or Baruch was bringing forth was really talking about the future, right? It was prophecy. And this Babylon, Babylon just means confusion. In America, it's confusion, first starting with the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Y'all just think we niggas, spicks, hoes, sluts, and buckets, right? But we're the children of the Heavenly Father, We're the brothers, sisters, and mothers of Yahweh Shai, the ones that actually truly believe. But Revelation 18 is a beautiful chapter, starting from verse 1 to 3, going into Babylon is fallen, and 4 to 8 is going into Babylon's iniquities. Basically, it's sin upon sin. And 9, probably all the way to 20, is going into Babylon's destruction, right? And verse 21 to 24 is going into Babylon will be thrown down. But I'm going to just go straight to the point just to show you Babylon will be destroyed in 1 hour. The best 60 minutes you have ever heard of or ever seen. Lord willing, you make it to that end. And Lord willing, you beamed up through, or before those 60 minutes. So this is Revelation chapter 18. Starting at verse 16, it says, saying, at last, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. You go back to Revelation 17, and this is going into that whore, because the whore is really the mystery woman, right? That whore is that mystery woman that sit on that diverse beast. And literally, that whore is Babylon, which John the Revelator seen in a vision. And then through different chapters, you see first he's seeing a woman, and then he breaks down that is Babylon. And then now what we're reading, that whore is really considered a great city. Just like in the time of Jonah, he had to cry to Nineveh, and Nineveh was a great city. So verse 17, so for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Right? Because literally, if you are, if you've been watching, America is the face of all powers on the earth. America is how everybody say America is the powerhouse. America is the bully. America runs everything. But it's really the elites that's in power, and they use America as their capital. Right? So this is that great city. It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, and saying, at last, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. This is not ancient Babylon. So what Babylon is being desolate? Whoever could be watching this lesson or this video, if you are anywhere in America, this is this place that you're living in. The 50 states of the United States, even close to the Caribbeans, right, from the aftermath, will be destroyed. And there's nothing you can do. And say if you do leave, or some people try to say, if you are not of that number, the Lord can still kill you wherever you at. That's why you gotta have fear, and you gotta believe in the Lord. That's why it's just better to come back to the Lord and do what he asks you to do, and start growing in the faith and to believe, and change the way that you think and move and act. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense, basically repay, tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled rest with us, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. The Lord, we're going to be looking up. The Lord is going to be coming from the heavens where his Father is, because Yahushua is still sitting on the right-hand side of his Father until his Father give him that green light. Go, get my people, his elect. And Yahushua is going to come with thousands and thousands of angels. And if you watch the video that I put up earlier on my YouTube, America is getting close to no more tomorrows. You'll see in the beginning of the video where people been tracking the UFO sightings, which are chariots or vehicles of the Lord, and they've been all around the United States, all around, especially in New York and other places. I'm in New York, so I'm definitely excited about that. But you have to know, what is it, Amos 9 and 8? The Lord eyes upon the sinful kingdom. The Lord is on double watch. Even if you don't see him, or if you do see him, you have to know the Lord had the power to be able to make them chariots invisible where you don't see him. You know, the Lord is watching. So verse 8, which is the point, it says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God, in that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, which is the children of Israel. Because the gospel was made for the Israelites. They were supposed to be the first people to believe in this time, on this side. But we choose not to because a lot of us love the world. James 4 and 4, anybody that is friends of the world is an enemy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let's get another one if we can. Let's go to Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 and verse 6. I'm going to start at 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Edom, and upon the people of my curse, to judgment. And the sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh have a sacrifice in Basra. Basra is a capital state for Esau, especially in ancient time. What is Esau's, capital now? It would be America. That is their delicacy, right? This is where they do a lot of their fornication or abomination or wickedness, right? This is where they push their laws and blind the folks. It says, in a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And it's going to be a great slaughter. The Lord, this is the altar, man. America is the altar. It's going to be a great slaughter in America and in the land of Israel. There's nothing you can do except for turn back to the Lord. But guess what? If you're not of the Lord is the one that makes you be stuck into a strong delusion. Because the Lord is the one that picks who's going to believe in this thing or not. And you want to know? The Lord is searching your heart. A lot of people think that they know the heart, but it's really the Lord that is searching the heart. He is searching the heart. Yahweh Shem Shai is searching the heart. I want to read this. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 7. Hold thy peace at thy presence of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai power, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. For Yahweh hath prepared a sacrifice and have bid his guests. Right? His guests that's going to be part of this sacrifice is the wicked, starting with Esau, the other nations, and wicked as Israelites, the 2/3. That's Zechariah 13, verse 8. The 2/3, which is, I believe, 66.6%. They're going to be destroyed. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day of Yahweh's sacrifice that I will punish the prince, the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. Strange apparel, especially like when you go to Matthew 22, where he tell you to have the garment. The garment is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The strange apparel is the ways, the thoughts, and homology of the other nations, the philosophies, right? Strange apparel, the same sex. Strange apparel, are proud to be an American. The strange apparel, Want to have that Rasta mindset. Let's smoke as much weed as we want. That strange apparel, let's be a crackhead or a heroin addict. Strange apparel, let's be a whore, a harlot, but I'm a bad bitch. Or I'm a wifey type, but I'm out here dressing like a whore. Those are that strange apparel, right? Through the spirit, right? Let's see if we can get another one. Um, you can read the whole Obadiah chapter 1. I believe it's something hidden in there I think I might want. Let me just slide through here real quick. See, is it something that I want? Is it something I want out of this Salaki family? I'm trying to get this verse. What verse was it? That's a good. That's a good one. Dang. If I find it later on, I might actually just put it in the comment section. Somebody that might watch the video might know what I'm talking about. But um, Esau is that cursed, right? But let me just get this one. This is Obadiah chapter 1. In verse 6, it says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" Right? Through these scriptures. And even more, what makes it even worse is the technology that's out now that the Lord increased the knowledge by. We can search certain things. Guess what? We can search the ICBM missiles. We can, whoever promotes the MOTB, right? We can search this, right? We can see who created banks, who created uh, um, pharmacies, right? We could search these families. We could search people that invest in these private prisons, right? We can see all these things by the technology of the internet, basically. We can get information. This is how he sought out through the scriptures and the technology that we have now. Throughout all these other captivities, we can further our research on who our oppressors is, who our adversaries is. We can further our information on secret societies or Project Paperclip, things that they might not want you to know, hidden messages, right? Masons or so-called Illuminati, right? Things that pertain to people in high places in this society, which would be in the government officials, right? People that really hide themselves with their money, you know, people that rule lands and countries, right? With this technology, we're able to further our research. um, let's keep going. It says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a womb under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day slay Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, in understanding out of the mount of Esau?" Right? Which he's going to do. He's going to push and destroy understanding, right, and the wise men out of this America, right? Guess what? It's going to get so bad for them that they're going to flee in the mountains. That's how terrified and scared they're going to be in that day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 27. It says, "Behold, the name of Yahweh cometh from fire, burning with his anger, and the burning thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue as a devouring fire." Verse 28. "In his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck, to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity. And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. You know, yo, the day of the Lord, man, he's coming with fire, man. The Lord is going to plead with all flesh. Psalms 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, traps, fire, brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. Right? The Lord allow their cup to overflow. You know, let them overflow with wickedness, because their time is almost, they're almost at that measurement, right? Because I can't do nothing. This is all the Lord, right? Because the prophecies was already written. Things that was said that's supposed to be done, they have to be done. Just like Yahweh on the cross, it is done. Those things haven't been done yet, right? Psalms 21:9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thy anger. Yahweh shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Just imagine you sitting on a hill and you seeing this happen. But imagine you sitting on this hill and you have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You're going to be looking. And still you're going to, just having a little fret, because that's the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Oh man, that's not the power of the Lord. Man, the nations is the ones that's going to drop the bomb. Right? Look, we can give them credit, but you got to give credit to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because he is the creator. You know, this is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Right? That's the Lord is saying he created these weapons, man. And he's speaking this uh Isaiah, man. He said he created the smith. A smith is a person that forges a sword or something, something in metal. So who is the forger? Who's the smith? Teman, right? The descendant of Esau. And what's the waster? The bombs, man. The ICBM missiles. You know, things that can destroy a continent. Things that can rearrange lands, man. The Lord did that. The Lord put that spirit on Esau. He had an angel, just like in for us, 1 Kings chapter 22. If he can have 400 prophets persuade Ahab a lie, how much more you think he can do with Esau to persuade him to make a continent destruction weapon? Because in Revelation 6:4, that red horse, which is Esau, was going to have a great sword. Really just going into a weapon. Right? This is Psalms 50:3. Our power shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. Right? When the Lord come, yo, destruction is on his way. And even what did Yahweh Shai say in Luke chapter 12, man? Let's get that real quick. Luke chapter 12, and I believe it's verse 50. No, 49. It says, in the red letter, it says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I, if it already be kindled? He's still coming with fire, even if the earth is already in that kindle of fire. Right? Psalms 97:3, it says, a fire goeth before him, and burneth up his enemies round about. You know? I say this in a lot of videos. Excuse my language. Nobody, your grandmama, your grandpapa, Tom Bill, nobody can fuck with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Not Donald Duck, not Joe Bye Bye, Joe Lyon, not Vladimir Putin. I almost called him Putin, like Bill Cosby. Nobody can fuck with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Not even you who listening. Not even the ones that could scroll past this video that don't even, nobody. I don't care what you think that you might believe in. If it's not Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, nothing can stop Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that made the heavens and the earth. That made every person that's an Israelite and a non-Israelite. This we're living in his story. Literally, his story. You can go read a book right now. The story that you're living in right now is the best story on the earth. The best story. You go watch a movie. This is the best movie on the earth that you're living in right now. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Every day is an episode. Y'all like people really y'all really don't know what's going on. You really don't know who Yahweh Shem Yahushai is. You know, really don't know, man. The Lord is gonna catch a lot of y'all off guard, man. Let me give you this, and I think I'm gonna let you guys go. Salaki family. I'm looking for this other precept real quick. This is another one I'm gonna get just for Esau. This is Isaiah 34 verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and it is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys and rams. For Yahweh have sacrificed in Basra, which we brought out in Zephaniah 1, in a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullock and the bulls in their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, in the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch, and it shall not be quenched day nor night. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. For generations to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. Right? Because America is going to be burning for a point of time. Right? It's going to be burning for a minute. 50 states, that is going to be a lake of fire. That fire is going to eventually burn out, but it's going to be burning for a point of time, man. I'm not. We're not there yet. I'm not even near even in the chariot or getting close to coming back down to earth, getting the kingdom. I'm not even there yet. But it's going to be for a point of time. You know, people is saying that it's going to be hell and they're going to be burning forever. Psalms 104. If the angels is a spirit and the ministers a flame of fire, your spirit is a fire. How can you burn forever? You know, really talking about the Israelites, right? That's just a sidebar for people saying the Israelites is gonna be burning forever, or anybody gonna be burning forever, right? Um, let's get another one. This is Revelation chapter 19. I'll end it with this one, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, which is Revelation chapter 6, verse 1 and 2. This is Yahushai. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. Right? What is that? Exodus 15 and 3. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahushai is the physical Godhead. So he's just like his father. He's a man of war. Right? Verse 12. His eyes were a flame of fire, just to line up with Revelation chapter 1. In his head, uh, Salaki, and on his head were many crowns, because he took the kingdoms before him, right? Really lining up with Daniel the second chapter, right? Those empires was to line up for the fourth carpenter, which is Yahushai, to come and to take his throne, right? And to take what belongs to him, you know, because the heavens and the earth belongs to Yahushai, right? And that's where Yahushai gonna get his fame when all this go down. And it's gonna go, and it all leads back to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, right? And it says he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. He's going to have a rank or authority or a position that nobody knew. When you go into the homology or the linear of name, that's talking about his rank, right? Because he actually has a name which is Yahushai, but a lot of people don't know his rank or his position. A lot of people don't even believe that this is the Son of Man. A lot of people think that this is the Most High. This is the Most High. No, Yahushai is the Son of God, and Yahweh is the Ancient of Days. You know, he is. You know, he exists. Like, he's beyond time. He is time. He the one that created Yahushai. Like, there's no beginning or ending of Yahweh. And you can't fathom that in your puny brains. You can't. Verse 13, it says, he was clothed in a vesture dipped in blood because of Basra, Idumea, right? And his name is called the Word of God. Where you can just go to St. John chapter 1. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. Those are chariots. Horse just goes into power. And that the heaven armies is the elect, some of the elect that died in the name of Yahushai. Those are going to be the first ones with Yahushai. When Yahushai is arriving to earth, some of the elect are going to be on the earth. 33.3%, which is really getting beamed up technically out of America in four corners of the earth. The elect are going to be on the earth. And some of the elect died for the name, for the faith of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? Especially for getting forced to take that MOTB. They're going to be martyred. Some of them, not all of the elect, right? So in the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, right? So they gonna have their glorified body already. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, right? When you go to Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, you'll find out that Yahushai he wasn't carrying no sword, because technically Yahushai is a weapon. And him being in a chariot is a weapon. He could just speak and the chariot will do, right? So literally the fire is going to be coming out them chariots. And you're talking about thousands and thousands of chariots, you know? So that with it he should smite the nations and shall rule them with a rod of iron, and treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the mighty God, right? It's going to be a bloody scene, right? The biggest massacre the earth has ever seen. And he have on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. And again, prepare for the worst, but always endure to the end. Because you want to get your salvation. You want to please the Lord while you can. If not, may the force be with you. Shalom.